So, guys, there have been a lot of buzzwords going on, after Tinubu visited Anambra State. I'm going to let you watch this video, and then we will come back to discuss on why Soludo decided not to discuss issues that are dear to Ndi Igbo, like Nnamdi Kanu in being held in the DSS custody. Why did Soludo not present that to President Tinubu, who went to Alibu? Why did Soludo not talk about the insecurity in the Southeast? Why did Soludo not talk about the military and police checkpoints all over the places, extorting money from business people in the Southeast? This does not happen in the North. So many people are accusing Soludo of, missing out such a vital opportunity to have presented the concerns of Ndi Igbo. Also, Tinubu lost out in the opportunity to have won Ndi Igbo, the hearts of Ndi Igbo. He could not even make any vital promise to Ndi Igbo. Rather, he told them that they should give him land in Anambra State. Can you imagine? That shouldn't be what he should be discussing. Igbos feel marginalized. How are you going to fill that gap? That was what Igbos were expecting to hear from Tinubu. But Tinubu went to ask for land, that they should give him land in Anambra State. So, guys, what an irony that happened in Igbo. Also, many people have accused Soludo of telling Tinubu that the last time Anambra had a presidential visit was in 2012, that President Jonathan only came to commission a brewery. So Soludo was directly or indirectly mocking Peter Obi, and that did not, sit with many people. Many people have come out to condemn Soludo because the way he goes after Peter Obi is questionable. I mean, it's having a question mark. How can you just tell the president that came to visit you that the last time Tinubu didn't ask you if you've ever had a presidential visit? And you made mention of it. Tinubu didn't ask you how many projects the last president commissioned. You went ahead to tell Tinubu that the last president only came to commission Brewell. So I'm going to play this video. This guy you are seeing heard what Soludo said, and he was provoked, He decided to make this video. So I'm going to allow you watch this video and hear the reaction of this guy. But I also want to tell you that Anambra State under Soludo, the Anambra State of today, the headline says Anambra rank #1 in JAM malpractice. That is exam malpractice. Anambra is #1 on the list this year. This is like yesterday headline. You can Google it. So this is the state Peter Obi took from number 28 to first position in WAEC and NECO. Now, let me also shock you that Anambra State is no longer among the first 30 states in WAEC and NECO. Anambra has fallen behind. That's the first 30 states in the whole Nigeria in WAEC NECO performance. Anambra is no longer there under Professor Soludo. Anyway, I'm just going to allow you to watch the reaction of this guy after Soludo told Tinubu that the last time Anambra had a presidential visit was in 2012, and that visit was just to commission a brewery and something else that he mentioned. Anyway, take a look for yourself.
The governor of Anambra State was caught on camera lying against Peter Obi. If the governor of Anambra State knew that he had no projects to commission, why invite Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, to Anambra? You invite the president and you got desperate because you had nothing to commission. So in order to impress the president, you had to lie against Peter Obi. What did Soludo say? I want you to watch this video and see what the lie that the governor of Anambra State told on camera.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise. This visit...
Have you seen it?
Terrible.
Soludo lied that the last time a president visited Anambra State, he came to commission Sabmila, and he said one private enterprise. First of all, let's debunk the lie. It is a lie from the pit. The last time Goodluck visited Anambra State, he commissioned Let me list them. Number 1, Orient Petroleum. The reason Anambra State is an oil producing state today is because of Orient Petroleum. It was that day that Goodluck commissioned it, that he mentioned it, that Anambra have become an oil producing state, which Chukwuma Soludo is enjoying the revenue from it today. He also commissioned Sam Miller, Orange Drugs, Criso Company, Onitsha Inland Port, Opiweka 8 lane. That 8 lane you are seeing at Opiweka, it was that day it was commissioned. Kenneth DK Library. The list is endless. Peter Obi did not just touch Anambra, he changed Anambra. Juhel Pharmaceutical was under Peter Obi. Anambra Teaching Hospital under Peter Obi. Jerome Udoji, the 3 biggest secretariats in the whole of Nigeria. Jerome Udoji under Peter Obi commissioned. Anambra Emergency Management commissioned. Even Innocent, the one that Chukwuma Soludo recently went and damaged things for, it was under Peter Obi, commissioned by Goodluck Jonathan. Innocent. Under Peter Obi. So why would a professor, a governor, be lying, caught on camera lying? If Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, is too lazy to do his research, why not commission your aides to research for you? But rather, even the way he said Samila, let us get it. What did Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to commission in Anambra State? He came to commission a luxury home for the governor of Anambra State, a luxury home, a liability for the people of Anambra State. And he had the God to be comparing it with Samila. Samila has about 300 staffs, 300 staff, and indirect, about 2,000 indirect staff. If you add the distributor, retailers, transporters, and allied services, 2,000. And Soludo he has the mouth. Since Soludo came to Anambra State, which one company has Soludo private has he attracted to Anambra State? Which one? If you ask him, he will say he employed teachers. Are you not supposed to be employing teachers day one? Every governor is supposed to be employing teachers because some teachers are retiring and you employ more. It is not part of your performance. Okay, look at NECO just released the ranking performance for this year. Would you believe that Anambra is not in the first 12? Anambra, that P2B moved to number 1, is not in the first 12. Look at it. Guess who is the number 1? I did a video last time and I ranked Abia State Governor as number 1. In the NECO ranking, Abia State is number 1. Abia State is the number 1. The governor of Anambra State left what he is supposed to do and wasting the resources of Anambra on a luxury home. And people say that that is the case of Chukwuma Soludo. How can you, without shamelessness, you invite a president to commission to housewarming of a luxury home you have built for yourself? What a shame. Look at the list of companies that P2B attracted to Anambra State. Today, you have not attracted one. And this is the reason why you didn't understand how to solve the problem with Innocent. Because if you know how hard it is to attract a private investor in your state, you will know how to manage any whatever. You will know how to manage anything that comes out. You won't be caught pulling down their properties. You will do it in an orderly way without this rascality that I saw. Everybody saw them. The governor of Anambra State must wake up. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be a professor. A professor. You pull the president with all the long queues of, did you see the convoy? To waste Anambra resources just to commission your luxury home. Hey, this is the shock of my life. This is the shock of my life. Well, it is shameful. Southeast is indeed, we are in trouble. Thank God for Oti and a few other governors that are doing well. If we are left with you, we'll be shamed. Taraba is even higher than Anambra State in NECO ranking. Taraba. No disrespect to Taraba. No, even Ebonyi did well. But the governor of Anambra is busy throwing tantrum. You cannot beat the record of P2B. If you want to beat that record, you sit down and walk. Not you keep throwing tantrum, writing, wasting public resources on things that vain things that are immaterial. So while we have 300 employment positions in only Samila alone, how many is your government house going to give us? Rather, every year, Anambra State will spend public fund renovating it. They even wrote that part of the thing in the government house is industrial kitchen. What are you cooking? Industrial kitchen.
So guys, honestly, watching this video, there are so many questions that must be ringing in your heart. You know, there must be so many questions you want to ask. And many people are still wondering why Soludo is not interested in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Look at Soludo, look at Hope Uzodinma. You know, these people. Look at Mba, the governor of Enugu State. Look at that of, what is it called again? Wifu. You know, look at all these people. I don't know where their conscience is. I watched a guy on Twitter who was lamenting. He's a very young boy. But do you know his lamentation? He said sometimes he wonders how people go to bed and sleep while Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS. When I watched his lamentation, I felt, you know, the deepness of his cry. And you begin to wonder, these our politicians, what is it with Nnamdi Kanu that they don't even care? Can you imagine Tinubu came into the heart of Igbo land in Anambra State and was given a chief title, what is it called again? Chieftaincy title. And during that period, none of these Ndeze could say, please, do us this favor. Is that not how things are done? Do us this favor. Tinubu was even the one that was even boldly telling them to give him land in Anambra. Yes, because Tinubu likes to plant his seeds anywhere he goes. He owns Lagos. Now he's the president. Before he leaves now, he will own, if he doesn't own the entire Nigeria, at least he will own part of it. And he has gone to Anambra. He said, please, the foot I step here, I need a land. Even if he said it jokingly, but that tells you that he is very intentional in his words. But look at Nnamdi Kanu that has been held all this while. Nobody cares, especially the Igbo leaders. You know, sometimes you'll be wondering what kind of leadership these people are showcasing, because it's not about the people, it's just about themselves. You know, it's about themselves. And it's so sad that our leaders are living very comfortably, and then they don't even care about Nnamdi Kanu's whereabouts, as in whether he perishes in jail or not. Nobody cares. So look at this headline here. This person tweeted and said, the Eze who wasted the adorable chieftaincy title on Tinubu. So I'm just going to take some of the reactions just to share with you guys some of the trending headlines on Twitter. So you see this one is blowing like Tufiakwa. And this other person say, this is a housewarming party thrown by Soludo to open his luxury home. Nothing more. All of them are useless to Anambra. You know, I'm just like wondering, what is it that Soludo has against Nnamdi Kanu? What do you think it is? Hope Uzodinma, the same thing. None of these people. Have you seen what is happening in the north? I watched a Fulani leader today that came to Arise TV. He was speaking for the Fulanis, despite all the buying by Fulanis. This man was still speaking on behalf of the Fulanis and was saying that their people are not being carried along. Their people, you know, there is that inclusivity is not there. Inclusiveness is not there. And it's setting up vigilante groups against Fulanis, that these are the things that make their people angry. He was just naming things that provoke the Fulanis. You can imagine, upon thousands of people the Fulanis have killed in Nigeria, these Fulani headers. But he boldly was defending his people, telling Nigerians that it is not their own kind of headers that are buying people, that they've not buyed anybody, they've not taken anybody's land. It's criminal elements, so it is not them. But do you see what Nnamdi Kanu is going through now? You know, now the prosecution have started. They are looking for evidence at all costs. so that they can jail him. And Igbo leaders are not taking advantage. I wish Soludo had made a request. Now that Nnamdi Kanu prosecution is on, and then Soludo brings his request to Tinubu's table and say, please, release this man for us. Just release him. But these politicians are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu. Many people have said it. It is Igbo leaders that are keeping him there because nobody is soliciting on his behalf. Nobody is speaking for him. Nobody is begging the government for him. You know, it is his right to agitate. But since the whole thing has gone the way it has gone, it needs a political resolving, as in politically, to resolve it politically, which means Igbo leaders are supposed to be going to Tinubu night and day, night and day, night and day, since Buhari refused to release him. Now that he's a southern leader, why not Ndi Igbo take advantage of going to Tinubu all the time and asking for Nnamdi Kanu's release? But nobody is doing that. Honestly, it's really so sad. Let's take more reaction. This person said, normally it should be Eze Nri that should convey that title, and it will be more recognized wide in Igbo land. We are not politicians. We are Democrats in nature. Play your politics while we watch you with our fingers crossed. Solu, betrayer, if you like. Okay, Solu, betrayer, if you like. Meaning he's just trying to say, Soludo, if you care, betray us, if you like. So many people are saying that it was a betrayer. You know, he did not present the concerns of Ndibo to Tinubu. And this person, Anya, said, Eze Ndemo. They have collected money to allow is and Boko, okay, that's ICC, okay, and Boko Haram into Anambra. Now they have started buying and kidnapping our people. That's why Soludo introduced his useless security outfit to confuse people. This one is another title. Soludo na fake professor without no shame. And this other person said he was an Adigboroja procured by Soludo just for that purpose. He was an Adigboroja procured by Soludo for that purpose. It's very painful to see custodian of our Igbo heritage trade what we have for money. This is not the way. It's such a shame that someone like that could do this. So people are reacting to that chieftaincy title, you know, that he gave to Tinubu. For me, there is nothing wrong with that, but I think it would have been a very good opportunity to say, please, do us this favor, release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. At least if people are coming out to speak, do you know that when Boko Haram started, Buhari said attack on Boko Haram is attack on the north. Some people call them freedom fighters. Even the Sultan of Sokoto warned against clamping down on Boko Haram. You know, they defended those people, even though from the beginning they didn't have any good character in them. But if it was to be in the southeast, it is your leaders that will even carry you and give to the military. They will take you to the army barracks in Niger State. So I think a whole lot, you know, concerning that. Anyway, I'm going to play this video. Let me just stop here. Okay, this person says stomach infrastructure. This person says, I have no problem with that since the title DK Sim number means alien. Alien is like a stranger. It suits the occasion. The Igbos, you people are really digging deep, so much meaning into all this. This one says, look at the Eze face. You can tell he was forced to be there. The other two are smiling while the man's face rock like someone about to pop himself. You are 100% right. It was just a wasted chieftaincy title. So anyway, there are more reactions, you know, that people have been. I don't really think people are angry that Tinubu got that chieftaincy title, but that misplaced priority is what many people are concerned about, because Soludo would have used that opportunity to discuss more important and relevant things that, you know, that Nigerians would have been happy with. So around
Tinubu visiting
I'm going to
Anambra
play
State.
this
People have
video
been waiting
on
for
camera.
Professor Soludo to even do more than that, and still around Tinubu visiting Anambra State. People keep wondering if it worth it. Because Soludo lost out in the opportunity to have, discuss the challenges of Anambra and also the Southeast with Tinubu. If not any other thing, telling Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu would be very big credit to him by the Igbos. But he lost out in that, and Nigerians have been reacting, saying what a golden opportunity to have tell Tinubu. Even before he was given the chieftaincy title, those chiefs that were there, they would have said, please, we know it is not mandatory, but at least before giving you this title, do us this favor, release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu will say, okay, I will look into it. I promise you guys. He cannot boldly say, he cannot say it there, yes, I'm going to do it. But at least he will give them hope, which they can follow up later. But guess what? Soludo didn't do that. And also didn't present the challenges of Ndibo, the marginalization that has led to this agitation. None of those was brought to the table. Rather, he was telling Tinubu that the last time a president visited Anambra State was to commission a brewery. He was directly and indirectly mocking Peter Obi. And a guy took his time to make a video listing out all the things President Jonathan came to Anambra to commission. I don't know if you watched that video. If you haven't watched it, I'll add it there before the actual video that I want you guys to watch will play. You are going to be seeing the two clips. But honestly, Soludo lost out in the opportunity he had, to have presented challenges of Ndibo to Tinubu. And Tinubu himself too lost out to have won the Ndibo. At least he got almost no votes in the Southeast. Let's just put it like that, because we know Peter Obi won, is it 99%? I don't know. But it was an opportunity for him to say, okay, Ndibo, I'm going to release Nnamdi Kanu for you people. Vote for me. At least it's going to be a win-win. But Tinubu lost out to convince people that he is interested in the progress of Ndibo. And people have been saying Soludo lost out, Tinubu lost out, and all that. Anyway, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video. But before then, I also want you to watch this video where this guy has reeled out the success or some of the things that Peter Obi did differently, which Nigerians have been waiting for Professor Soludo to even do more than that, and still Professor Soludo keep failing in the Anambra, a professor for that matter. Anyway, let me allow you to take a look at this video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
And he'll be going to Abia, and because Dr. Alex Oti has hinted that it's to celebrate 2 years of his tenure, so I guess it is also in May that President Tinubu would be in Abia for the Misialangwa Airport project. So now my first question is this. Why is President Tinubu suddenly very interested in the Southeast? Is there any economic reason, or do you, like most of the skeptics, think it's just a political move?
Well, he will be in the best position to say exactly what it is, but from everything available to us, it looks like a political move, because 2027 is around the corner, and the narrative is everywhere. He's seen where the challenges he's having in the north. So they're looking for new areas to...
New allies.
Yeah, new allies. You can see what happened in Delta State. People are moving parties. I'm sure all those things are strategies. They all plan where they think they're sure of, where, and all that. So he's trying to increase his strongholds. Maybe he's trying to make strides in this direction. There are also a lot of discussions within the Southeast that some of our governors are getting ready to move. So we assume these things are all aligned to that direction, So I hope it's not true, because a one-party system is the worst thing that will happen in this our situation. We're already in a bad situation. So if we give APC all the powers to do what they like, that will be the end of the country, as it may be. So let's watch and see as the drama plays out.
Because, I mean, the skepticism comes from the fact that Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Barrister Peter Amba, and Dr. Alex Oti are all not in the APC.
Yes.
And those are the very 3 states
He's going to.
he has gone to and will be going to this year. But let's look at the economic reasons. Now, when he was here in Enugu, he looked at the ICC, he looked at the Command and Control Center, he looked at the Smart School projects. Then we saw the Minister for Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, come before that, and now we have seen Enugu introducing new mining laws to protect host communities. Are we going to see the case of just like the Minister for Solid Minerals came and now we have this law? Is there something the President's visit might be a precursor for? Because when we saw the Minister of Power, then we saw the Enugu regulatory commission. So it almost seems as if after every Abuja visit,
there's something
there's
positive that
something
comes
local
afterwards,
domicile. Yeah. So what could the president visit now? What could it be? That's what we've not. What do you think Enugu will domicile after President Tinubu's visit?
Enugu or Anambra?
No, I'm saying with Enugu first because we've seen his visit already.
Yes.
What do you think we domiciled after that? Was there anything you saw that after President's visit, it seemed as if we were more aligned with the center?
He said something about the laws, the mining laws.
Yes, that was Dele Alake, the
visit, yes.
Visit. But I mean, the president himself now.
Well, I can't pin anything in particular, but he gave a lot of credit to the governor, which I think was something positive, even though from different parties. I mean, anybody who doesn't see Governor Mba should be seen as blind anyway. So I don't know what it is I can pick from his visit to Enugu, but we're hoping. You know, if he's political, his moves are political, so he's going to leave some footprint that people will look at and say, yeah. You know, it's quite a shame that a president who's visited over 20 countries since he came into power and he hasn't seen all the states in his country. I don't know how these people expect to govern effectively, you know. If you see, you know, if you look at the past leaders, you see that their lack of first-hand information about what the situation is has caused their failure. And you come in and you see, you know, if I were a president, I mean, that would be my first trip. My first job would be to go around. I expect you saw them during campaign, and you expected to have done some background, you know, research on every state before you. But as a president, you go and hear firsthand from the people what's going on, what they want. The Southeast has been challenged with insecurity and other things, and a lot of agitation. The people are not happy. It's a place to focus. I mean, there's a level of impact he would have made here. By now, he would have been sure of getting the 5 eastern states. Because these Easterners are capitalists. They're about results. They're not sentimental people. So if he came here and gave the kind of impact that was expected from a new government, by now he wouldn't be jumping up and down like they are doing right now. So let's hope there's something positive that's going to come from Abia's visit and Anambra's visit. I doubt what it is. You know, when I heard about the visit, the first thing I went to check is, what is he commissioning in Anambra State? Because I don't see any iconic project that should be commissioned. You know?
Well, I mean, we had the government house and the Ekolobia flyover.
Also, what's the people's benefit from government house? You're building a house for the governor? Is that what we should be celebrating at this time? I mean, we're looking for how to reduce cost of governance, and we're building a new government house. When the people in Anambra are struggling with security, that should be the priority. I mean, we should be celebrating security in Anambra State. That's the first thing that should happen in Anambra. Well, what unfortunate and fortunate as well, because unfortunate that they've not achieved much, fortunate that the president is coming. I hope, because I know the president to be blunt, I hope he will look at Governor Soludo and say some things to him that might change his direction of actions, because I was one of the people who expected so much from Anambra State. Unfortunately, it's not happening. Maybe he's working on things we cannot see, because like in football, the people who play the number 4 position, they always not see it. Until you remove them, they realize they're doing something. So let's hope there's something they're doing on the background, but I think they should communicate more to the people. Chasing native doctors around is not a problem.
I mean, we saw some things start in Anambra, and they have not yet finished. You know, you talked of things not seen, and sometimes I like to try and piece things together. We've seen recently the Ocha Brigade sealing up and closing factories, working with NAFDAC on people that are making fake disinfectants, fake soap, contaminated chemicals. At the same time, we know that a while ago, Governor Soludo inaugurated a pharmaceutical park. Nothing has moved there. So sometimes I like to think maybe it's two sides of the same project. Kill the fakes and, you know, bring the real. I'm just guessing. But if you were Governor Soludo, what would you request from President Tinubu?
I think Anambra people are predominantly manufacturers and traders. You know, the direction of power, there's gas in the state. I think they should look for a way to bring in a lot of power in Anambra State. I mean, make it available to the people. Let they have, you know, Nnewi is a misery when it comes to power. And this is one of the greatest hubs for manufacturing in the country. So these are the kind of things he should be looking at. You know, things that will engender other aspects of the economy to the whole ecosystem will grow. So it's not about, it's okay to stop fake products, you know, but like I said,
So, guys, you heard him very well talking about missed opportunities. I mean, opportunity that Soludo would have used to present some of these challenges to Tinubu, but he lost out of all those just because of political gains, you know. But because of political gains, see Professor Soludo, a whole professor who said Peter Obi didn't do much. He has been there now for one tenure. Nothing in Anambra, if not for those security outfits that are there. You have seen people giving bad review about that security outfit in Anambra State, you know. People have been lamenting how they've mistakenly shot people and done all kinds of things. That's the only achievement Soludo has in Anambra State. And again, Anambra people want to let him go again for another 4 years. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop this live at this point. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.